No, now Nathan is actually a suspect? Wow, wow, this game is something else, man. Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Ziller. Welcome to a brand new game on this channel. Today I have brought you another interesting game. I have seen some screenshot of this game previously and I thought that this game is like really beautiful. Hopefully this is going to be a really interesting game. Now let's just begin. Also guys, you can check out my second channel. In there I actually upload movie reviews and I'm pretty sure that you guys are actually going to enjoy them, so make sure you guys give it a try. Nathan was not a loser in life. I don't know who Nathan is, but here he is, almost 30 years old, and he isn't even close to his goal in life. Well, he hadn't even determined it. Why does it feel like this game is actually a reflection of me? He was just a part of the crowd with no special feature. Me. No defining characteristics. Again, that's me. He was one of those who have long ceased to live life due to frustration and apathy to life. I actually do enjoy living. One by one, the days turned into years, then decades. He's almost 30. Pretty much half of his senseless life is behind him. And although Nathan was the one who made it such, and he understood that it did not make anything easier. He probably should have visited a psychologist, but each time he intended to, something stopped him, and he was unable to deal with his inner demons by himself. Okay, kinda understandable. And he didn't even have any other people in his life. Well, basically, he didn't have parents, a brother, and a sister, but they might have as well not existed at all. They weren't close to him physically as well as generally in his life. They stepped back, or maybe he did himself. It's impossible to find out now. His parents used to be kind and caring towards Nathan, but later, when they realized he wasn't made for great achievements, they hypocritically turned away towards their more successful offspring. Oh, that's kinda sad. His brother was a doctor, his sister was a popular artist. Wow. And he was just there, somewhere beyond family meetings and get-togethers, somewhere far beyond the horizon of their sight. In the shadows, away from them and away from the wall, a failed prototype of a pretty baby. Nathan worked as a financial analyst and earned quite a lot of money. He was quite successful at what he did and had a great potential, but work for work's sake did not suit him. And he had neither the strength nor courage to change anything because of his fears and complexes, which started in his childhood. Okay, I'm not going to lie about that, but I have that kind of feeling as well, and I'm pretty sure a lot of my viewers are actually going to agree with that as well. This happens to us quite a lot. Like, we want to lead a different kind of life, not the kind of life that we are actually living right now. Like, we want something different, but for some reason we have that fear that we cannot actually go for it. If we go for it, what happens if we lose our current lifestyle? Then we would have nothing. So that's the kind of fear that actually works on our brain, and for some reason we cannot actually, just ignore it and live a better life, which is kind of sad, not going to lie. Parents weren't happy with his job, and with him in general, he was completely overshadowed by the achievements of his brother and sister. Something had to change, otherwise Nathan risked being at the crossroads between the abyss of nothingness and changes, as they usually do, burst into his life like a whirlwind. But breaking the order it had him. Okay, I'm going to ignore this talking. So there is large skin, vision's blur is little light at the end of the tunnel. What's this? Ned. Is that our small name or something? I actually forgot what it's called. My English gets better. Or by every day. Okay, this is large skin, this is our boss. He kind of looks goofy. Ned, why are you sleeping? I have a job for you. Nathan opened his eyes and saw his boss hanging over him, the old, eternally grumbling god who considers himself the master of life, although that might be partially true. I mean, he is rich, obviously. He has a lot of money, a wife 20 or 30 years younger than him. Wow. I'm always ready to fulfill your orders, Mr. Larskin. Okay, this guy is us. I mean, he kinda looks sad. What can you say? That's better. My office now. The boss turned and stormed towards his office in his usual overweight gait, barely fitting into the aisle, rocking from one side to the other. And this guy is Greg. I guess he's our friend, and she is Sarah. Okay, she's our not friend. I think both of them are actually something. So the board of directors wants to downsize our department. Oh, nice, excellent. Seems like I'm going to be in a hunt for a new job soon. What a change that will be. If you thought I'd get rid of you, dream on, you are mine. Okay, hold on. But I won't hesitate if you don't keep your record clean. I've decided it's going to be one of your subordinates this time, and I think it should be the accountant. What's wrong with her? She's a great worker. I don't care what you think, someone is to be fired, and she's a suitable person. There are many much more promising candidates ready to take her place. Today we'll inform her, and tomorrow she must be gone from here. Oh, and if she mentions severance pay, tell her to forget about it. The company is not at its best right now and can't spare anything. Unfortunately, yes. Get the daring look off your faces. It doesn't suit you. Your usual obedient look fits you much better. You know what? Nathan walked over to Sarah. He don't know how to start. He hesitated even though he did it before. This was a special case. She has been working here for so many years. When I came here, she was already a distinguished employee here whose opinion mattered, and now what? Now this rotten freak is our boss. He stepped on everyone while climbing his career ladder, even though he started at a lower rank than her. And now he's throwing her onto the street. He hated himself for his helplessness, for not being able to propose even a single argument in Sarah's favor. So this is Sarah. Sarah, I hate to say this, but that man you claimed was good somewhere deep down ordered me to fire you. Oh, she said, but how so? Can't be. I've been here all my life. Do I not deserve to at least work here until I can retire? Nathan gritted his teeth and clenched his fist. His rage and anger are now like a volcano that's ready to spew its hellish load. I agree with you completely, but I can't help you. She said nothing and began to gather her things. Oh, she's such a nice girl. Greg stared at the whole scene, seemingly understanding what was happening. The characteristic humorous twinkle in his eyes was gone, replaced by irritation. We are all just worthless. We are ready to let them wipe their feet on us, ready to accept injustice. This was another nail in the coffin in which Nathan's peace of mind languished in anticipation of his final resting place. Sarah gathered up all her belongings in a box and went to the door, where she ran into the boss. She stopped, staring him straight in the eye. He held her gaze, but his usual joker must melted off as if revealing his past. Or rather the part of it which he always wanted to forget. They looked at each other for about a minute, then Larkin looked away. Sarah slapped him on the cheek. The slap was symbolic, but it still left a slightly red mark. The woman finally turned and walked to the exit. Okay, these two actually knew each other properly. I pity her. Hope she'll be okay. She looked quite depressed lately. I heard she has no family and lives alone. Okay, this kinda makes me sad. I did not actually come here to play a sad game. Having said goodbye to his colleagues, Nan left the office and headed to the nearest store to buy something sweet to go along with tea. After all, it is well known that sweets can act as a great antidepressant, my English, in certain situations. He hoped that now maybe such a situation decide to grab a cake or something similar before visiting Sarah. Okay, I am going to ignore this time. When Nolan reached eye contact distance, the drunk noticed him and said to Laura, almost spitting, we'll talk about this later. So a drunk guy was actually annoying this girl. It's a good thing that we are here. She hesitated. She was really awkward. The woman stared at the floor, shifting from foot to foot, standing behind the counter. Nathan waited patiently until she collected her thoughts. Could you stay, please? What do you mean? Well, come on, please. I don't want to speak loudly about it. Nathan shrugged his shoulder and returned to the checkout desk where Laura stood. What do you mean? Well, my husband, that is ex-husband, he threatened you? Well, not quite. If there was something like a threat, it's better to go to the police, isn't it? No, he wouldn't do anything like that. I think so. He can't get in trouble with the cops. He was in prison before, so they don't care about the lack of evidence now. But isn't the whole point of police to prevent things like this? You don't want something to happen to you, right? It will be too late to act if something does. You're right, but could you stay until closing time with me? Take me home. The store is about to close very soon. Yeah, sure. You're a nice guy. Oh, he finally smiled. Okay, I'm happy about that. I'm going to ignore all this talking though. They stared into each other's eyes. Finally. Okay, we saw something really interesting back there. You guys can check it out on my Patreon page. I think we were dreaming. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that we were dreaming there. Okay, hold on. We are looking for Sarah. Who is Sarah? No. Wait, what? No. Dear Nathan, don't blame yourself for what happened. Everything happened as it should have. You won't understand this immediately. But you definitely will eventually. You're Sarah, Eric. No. No. Now Nathan is actually a suspect? Wow. Wow. This game is something else, man. Oh, wow. So, wow. First of all, I actually do feel sorry for Sarah because she's no more. But now we are a suspect and this game is something else. I think I'm actually going to create a few more episodes on it. Let me know what you guys think about this game so far. It looks really, really beautiful. The concept, the story, everything is just unbelievably good. Wow, guys. You guys actually have to give it a try. Make sure you guys give it a try and let me know what you guys think. So I'm going to end this episode here. I'm going to see you guys next time with something much more interesting. Till then, goodbye, Sarah. Have a nice day. Tata.